I hope that you are well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 3 English lesson on homophones. And before we start with our lesson on homophones, we're going to log into aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts. Grade 3. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of homophones. All right. So our chapter is homophones. Our subject is English, which is language arts, grade 3. And the lessons that we're going to be focusing on today under the chapter of homophones is homophones with pictures, to identify homophones, and to use the correct homophone. So we're basically going to find out what homophones are. And homophones are words that it sounds the same, but they have different spellings as well as meanings. So it's words that basically spell that sounds the same, but the spelling as well as the meaning of the specific word are different. Can you hear me now? All right. So homophones are words that sounds the same, but they have different spelling as well as the meanings of these specific words are different. And if we look at an example of homophones, right, then we can say, my friend and I buy lunch at school, right? So the word buy, this was buy, which is B-U-Y. It means when you are paying for something, right? It's like going to the shop, um, and you basically have to give money in order to get something, right? So you're buying something, you're paying for something, you're giving money, um, and then you're getting either your goods or whatever that you are purchasing. So that is the first word buy. Then we all eat together by the big tree. So now the next word by the big tree. So as you can see, here's another word that sounds the same, right? But as you can see, the spelling of this word is different because the first word buy, to pay for something, means it's B-U-Y. This word buy is B-Y, which means it's either near or depends on the distance, right? Um, so it can either mean it's like when we say specifically near, it's like it shows direction. right? It kind of shows direction. And then the next word says, we say bye to each other when the bell rings. And the next word bye is BYE, right? And this word BYE is short for saying goodbye, right? So it's like when you're greeting somebody, you are leaving, right? We'll see each other next time, so goodbye. So instead of saying the full word goodbye, all you can say is just bye. So these are three words, right? That sounds the same, but as you can see, the spelling of these words are different, as well as the meanings of these words are different. Because we say the first word buy, which is BUY, it means you're paying for something, it means that you're purchasing something. You need to give money in order to get your product, or to get your goods, or to get your sweets or candy, right? The next word by, it basically shows like distance. It either shows like, it means like near, right? That you're sitting by the tree, um, by the, close to the, or let's say by the bin. I don't know. It just shows almost like a form of location or distance, right? And then the third one, by, which is BYE, it's basically short to saying goodbye. It's when you're leaving and you're greeting somebody when you're about to leave. So instead of saying the full word goodbye, you can basically just say bye. Yes. So before we get to the next word, which is pay and pay, I think it's Emmanuel, wonderful. That is also basically a homophone, right? Because if we look at this word pair, PAIR, this means it's almost like that it refers to two things, right? It's like a pair of something. It's like saying a pair of shoes, meaning that it's two shoes. Pair of socks, meaning it's two socks, right? So pair, it's basically like it comes in twos. And in the other word, pear, this is a fruit, right? So this is a fruit that we eat. So as you can see, these two words, they sound the same, but the spelling as well as the meaning of these words are different, right? Another word or another example of homophones, it says the words clothes, right? And clothes are also homophones, right? So the way people also say sometimes clothes and clothes, right? So as much as we say clothes and we put emphasis on clothes, right? But some people won't spell it like that or say it like that. So they'll say it almost like clothes. But clothes, which is CLOTHES, these are basically clothing that you wear, like garments, items that you're wearing, right? Whereas the next word, close, it's where you shut something, right? You're shutting the door, shutting the fridge. It's like you're just closing something. So as if you look at these three examples that we made about buy, pair, as well as clothes, we call these homophones because it's words that sounds the same, but the spelling of these words, I even underlined the spelling, right? The spelling of the words as well as the meaning of the words are different. So I even tried to simplify the meaning and try to almost like make the meaning more understandable, right? All right, so now if we look at another example of homophones, right? Here's a few more examples of homophones with, let's say, a picture so that you can at least get a visual idea also. So we have bear, right, which is BARE, and I'm going to spell the word also so that you can at least get the difference where we say that the spelling is different as well as the meaning. So I will spell the word as well as give you the meaning of the specific word. So bear, right, which is Bare, and bear, which is Bear, right, are homophones. It's where they spell the same, but the spelling and the meaning of the words are different. Because the first word bear, which is Bare, it's basically to do with almost like emptiness, right? It's almost like saying it's naked, right? Let's think of winter times when the leaves have fallen off from the tree, and in the tree, it's basically, let's say, bare, it's empty, there's basically no leaves on the tree. It's not all trees, but think of most of the trees during winter time. And then we have the bear, which is an animal, right? Some like a big brown grizzly bear, right? And yes, the word toe as well as toe is also a homophone because this word toe, let's say for example, it's like let's say you're towing a car, um maybe the car does not want to move or something, and now you're towing a car and this is part of your foot, right? um your toes, which is part of your foot. And then we also have break and break. Yes, so this word break and break. So break, which is Brake, it's when you are, let's say you're either riding a bicycle or you are driving a car and you step on the brakes in order to get the either the bicycle or the car to come to either a standstill or to slow down. So now you would brake, right? And then this word break, which is Break, it's when you're it's like when something falls and it breaks, right, into pieces or it breaks into a half or something. And we also have the word be. It's like when we tell you to be quiet. And then we have B, which is BEE, which is a little, do we call it an insect or bug or something, right? But it's a bee that is buzzing around, yellow and black little insect, right? All right. Okay. So principle, right? As well as principle. These are also homophones, right? Because principle is like saying these are almost like your principle, your values, it's things that you are standing for, right? Um, it's like saying if it's almost like a rule type of thing. It's principle for you to tell the truth. And then the next one is it's basically, let's say this the manager of the school, right? The head of the school, which is the principal. Then we have week, and this is WEEK. It's the days of the week, and WEAK. It's when you are maybe not feeling well and you're feeling weak, you are feeling tired, you just want to lay down, right? It's like you're energyless. Then we have C, like where we see with our eyes, is double E. Then we have SEA, which is basically sea as well as the ocean. And then cell, which is CELL plus SELL, double L. This CE double L is like your cell phone. It's like short to cell phone. And SE double L is when it's like you sell something, you had something, so you are selling it and they're giving you money in return. So this is basically examples of homophones, right? And we said homophones are words that sounds the same, and we wrote down quite a few words that sound the same, and you gave me words that sound the same. But as we can see, the spelling as well as the meaning of these words are totally different, right? And we also mentioned bay and bored, right? It's like when you are not in the mood, bored. And another word, board, is like a whiteboard that you need to write on. Bee and beach, right? And blue. Blue is the color blue, or when you are blowing something, right? Because your coffee was either too hot and I need to blow it in order to cool it down. And then we have bean and bean. Bean as in your green beans, like a little veggie. And been, it's like saying, I've been somewhere, right? Been to Japan, been to South Africa, I've been to Canada, those, that is been. Not not che and she, right? Because if you say che, remember che can even hear the word. Che is, it sounds different to she, right? Because she is with an H, she is with a CH, right? And here we also have this word where we said pay and pay. Won, right? It's like when you win something, you win a trophy, came first in something, and one is like number one, either 1 years old or number one. We made mention of C, you, right? It's like referring to you as a person, as well as you, like when it comes to sheep. Ant is your little insect, usually comes when something sweet falls on the floor. And your aunt, which is either your mom or your dad's sister. Then we have mail, right? MAIL. It's like the letters that you get in the letterbox, right? And then we have male, which is it's either a man or boy, right? Refers to a man, it's a male. Then we have write and write. WRITH is when you're writing with your pencil or pen, either writing a letter, writing notes, writing on the board. And then right, it's either something is right or something is wrong. Or you can even say direction, it's either right or left. And then we have hair and hair. Hair is like a rabbit, HARE. And then hair, HAIR, is what we have on our heads. Usually boys have shorter hair, girls either have longer hair depending. Even Ray and Shay, remember those words, it does not sound the same. Probably because of the letter in there. But do we get the idea now of what homophones are? It's words that sounds the same, but they have different spelling, as well as the meaning is also different. And if we break down the word homo and phones, right? If we break down the word homo and phones, homophones, which is our chapter, right? It is like saying it is sound as well as same, right? Homophones. So homo means same, and phone means it's to do with sound. So same sound. Sounds the same, but the spelling as well as the meaning of these words are different. And that is correct. Cane and cane is the same. It's a homophone as well as flower and flower. Because this word flour, Flour, is flour that we use either to bake a cake, right? It's like a food type of thing, right? And then this flower, Flower, it's a plant. Okay, roses as flowers, beautiful different color flowers that you find maybe in your garden. And then flu, that is correct. So once again, these are homophones, right? And I even showed you pictures of homophones. And once again, homophones are words that sound the same, but they have different spellings and they have different meaning. All right. And we are doing our tutorial lesson on A plus students.ca. So let's go to a plus students.ca. And we're going to the first lesson where it's homophones with pictures. All right, so if we look at the pictures, right, it says which word matches the picture. We have a girl over there that is sitting and she is doing something with a pen, right? So if we look at that, we can then say she is writing something, right? So write is WRITE and not this one, RIGT. So this word is correct, but this word right is either we say something is right or we can give direction. We're saying we're going right. And then we have ant, right? If we look at that picture of the ant, right? That word is spelled A-N-T, right? And not A-U-N-T. Because this word ant is correct, A-N-T, but A-U-N-T, it's like your mom or dad's sister, which is your aunt. All right, so now let's go to our test, right? And well done for already doing the test. So let us, the rest of us, do the test. And remember, whatever we don't finish, you are going to have to complete it on your own, right? So homophone with pictures. If we look at this picture over here, which word matches the picture? Is the first word meet, which is M-E-E-T, or M-E-A-T? It's to do with food. So meat, is it M-E-E-T, the first one, or M-E-A-T, which is the second one? And if we choose the correct picture or the correct word to match the picture, then yes, we will choose the second option, which is meat, right? And meat is correct, so well done. If we look at the next picture, we need to match the word which is in with a picture. Is it in as in I double N or I in? I in. Especially if you're looking at all the windows, it's like a triple story, right? Which in is it? Is it I double N in or I in in? So in, which in are we talking about? Think of a hotel or think of a motel or think of a B&B. If you look at the word I in, right? All right, so I'm going to choose this word that you guys are choosing, right? Which is I in. It's like going in, right? So if we look at that word in, which is I in, as you can see, that word is it's incorrect. And the reason why that word is incorrect, because the word I in for in, it's like saying you're going in or you're coming out, right? So it's going inside in. And this picture over here with all of the windows, triple story, right? It's that is why I said think of a hotel, right? Because another word, actually an olden day word for a hotel or B&B or motel was an inn, which is I double in. It's an inn, right? So another word for hotel, B&B, or motel would be an inn. Usually, an inn would be like a cheaper version of a hotel. All right. So, which word matches the picture? We have knight, which is Knight. It's like a soldier, like heavily armed, or a knight, which is Night. So, which one is correct? So, knight, if we look at the picture, which word is correct? All right, so if we choose the correct word to match the picture, we will choose the first word, knight, right? Which is a like a soldier who fights and protects, let's say, the palace and the prince and the princesses, right? So that is a knight. The second word, night, which is Night, it's like saying, when the sun has set now, it is nighttime, right? And the first option is correct. So well done, guys. Night is correct. Night with the K is correct. All right. So now if we look at this coin, right? Is that cent, which is Sent, or is it cent, which is Cent? It's a coin, right? It's money. But is it Sent or Cent? No. So cent is the second one, right? It's like saying you have 1 cent, right? And the first word sent with an S, it's like when you send something, but it's in the past because you sent something already. The sentence that you're that you're making, PK, is like, let me knock some sense into you. It's not that word, right? But I like that sentence. This one is like saying sent. It's like saying that maybe borrowing money or asking your parents for money because you want to buy something. Like, can I maybe have 2 cents? Um, because you want to maybe buy candy, right? So that is how we use the word cent, which is CENT. So to knock some sense into someone, that is a different one, a different word. But that is also a homophone because cent, and cents. So well done. A cent is a penny. Yes, a penny, or another word for coin, right? So that is correct. It's a penny. So we go with the second option. So well done, guys. Cent is correct. Then look at whatever that is hanging on the line, right? After it has been washed. Is that the first word clothes, which is CLOTHES, or the second option, which is clothes, which is CLOSE? Something that you wear before leaving the house. Something that you wear if you don't want to be naked. So I wear clothes to cover my body. Yes, can I borrow your clothes? Right? So we will go with the first option, clothes. And that is correct. The second word, close, is to shut either the door, shut the fridge door, right? It's like shutting something. So well done. Clothes is correct. Remember, whatever we don't finish within the test, you are basically going to finish on your own. So now we're going to identify some homophones, right? And remember, we said that homophones are words that sound the same, but they have different spelling as well as the meanings are different, right? And we made mention first of the word and buy. And we said the first word buy, B-U-Y, is to pay for something. It's like you're giving money in exchange of getting either your candy or your cool drink or whatever that you purchased. Then the word BY, it's to show like, location, show distance. It's like to show that I'm sitting by the tree. So it either shows near or far. And then the third word by, B-Y-E, is short for saying goodbye. It's like when you're leaving and you're greeting and you're saying goodbye. But instead of saying goodbye, you're just saying bye. And as you can listen to all of these three words, by, and by, these are homophones. And it's words that sound the same, but it's words with different spelling as well as different meanings. All right, now we're going to our test where we identify homophones. We need to select the homophone of blue, Blew, blue. The new bridge in Richmond is blue. So if we look at our option, we need to select the homophone of blue. Is it the first option, which is new, or the second option, which is blue? The homophone of blue, BLE. It's like to blow something to in order for it to cool down. It's the past tense of blowing something, right? So the word blue, is it the what's the homophone? Is it new or blue? All right, so if we choose the homophone of blue, then we will choose the second option, which is BLUE, which refers to a color, and usually they say this color is it's a boy color, right? But girls also loves blue. So blue is the homophone of blue. So well done. Blue is great. We need to select the homophone of bold. BUILD, build. So we need to find the homophone, the word that sounds the same as the word build, but the meaning and the spelling is different. It says Ronnie billed us for the cost of the boat. So is it the first option, build, or the second option, which is boat? So build, is it the first option, build, or the second option, which is boat? So build, is it BILLED, which is the homophone, or BOAT, which is boat? And if we find the homophone of the word build, then we will go with the first option, right? So build is like somebody telling you that this is the amount that you need to pay. It's like going to the shop and getting a quotation. It's like they are billing you for something, right? And build is correct. And then we need to select the homophone of wood. WOULD, wood. So the word that is the same, that sounds the same as wood, but the meaning and the spelling are different. In the winter, we burn wood in the fireplace. So wood, is it the first word winter or the second word wood? Yes, that is my name, Nadine. And if we choose the word that is the homophone of wood, then we'll go with the second option, right? It's like collecting wood for the fireplace, right? And wood is correct. Then we also need to select the homophone of past. So past, it says the car passed us on the street. So the word past but we need to find the homophone of. This is basically it shows that it happened already. It's in the past, right? We have past it. It was either yesterday, last week, or last month. It's in the past. It has passed. Like, for example, yesterday being Tuesday. So Tuesday has it's in the past, right? So we need to find the homophone of that word. Is it past or street? And if we select the homophone of the word past, then we'll choose option one, right? It's like when a car has passed you, right? It went past you in the streets. All right, so homophones. So once again, we said homophones are words that sound the same, right? So we made mention today of such a lot of words that sounds the same, which was totally correct. But the meaning of the word, as well as the spelling of the words, are different, right? And you're gonna have to know the spelling of certain words in order to know the difference in meaning of certain words, right? Especially when you're writing, you're going to have to know what the word means in order to choose that specific word, right? It's like we made an example of in and in. So in order for you to know what I double in means, it means that you need to know what the meaning of that word is. So we said homophones are words that sound the same, but the spelling as well as the meaning of those words are different. All right, so that is the end of our lesson on homophones. Thank you very much, grade threes, for interacting, giving answers, right, and being present and active, right? So till next time, have a good evening further. Goodbye.